Mpape community was on the news a couple of days ago owing to a leadership tussle. The resultant violence led to the death of one person, which incited disturbance of public peace and threats to the safety and security of residents in the area. Plus, barely 36 hours ago, a yet-to-be-identified criminal gang invaded the University of Abuja staff quarters in Giri, where 6 persons were abducted into the forest. What is the situation so far? These will form our focus and questions for this week's episode of your regular security check program, Call the Police This Morning. Good morning. My name is Ayina J. Auta. Just sit and the program returns shortly.
This is Call the Police, reaching you live from NTA Channel 5, Abuja.
The least you and I can do is to assist them by making security our primary concern.
So every member of the community is aware that the killing of another human being is wrong and is bad.
We try to respond within the lowest minimum time possible, especially when the callers were able to get across to us quickly.
Security is everyone's business. This is why NTA Channel 5 Abuja is collaborating with the FCT Police Command in providing a weekly platform for up-to-date security check in the FCT.
The least you and I can do is to assist them by making security our primary concern.
Join us for the real information every Wednesdays at 10:30 a.m. on NTA.
Thanks for staying tuned. If you're just joining us, this is Call the Police, live on the Unity Station, NTA Abuja Channel 5. We begin with this background report on the emerging security situation in the territory.
This is the crime scene and housing of one of the kidnapped victims at early hours of Tuesday. Families of these victims are hopeful that they will soon be rejoined with their loved ones.
The serene and academic environment of the staff quarters of University of Abuja at Giri, few kilometers from Gwagwalada, was disrupted early Tuesday morning by uninvited visitors who shot sporadically, shattering window glasses and breaking doors in an attack that lasted about an hour, according to accounts by residents.
They were able to gain access into our house. They broke the window and came in.
Please, whatever you can do to be able to track them down, for my husband to come back alive and the others they kidnapped alongside with him.
The FCT Police Command moved promptly to fortify security in and around the University of Abuja. Personnel of the Nigerian Army 176 Guards Battalion were also mobilized to the area to protect the citizens.
Right from 12:45, we've been on ground. When we received the distress call of sporadic shooting in the university quarters here.
This is one of the most devastating, incidences, and it's very sad that this great university is being attacked this way.
We tried our best that night, but unfortunately before their arrival, they were already away in the bush. I am sure something positive will come out from this investigation.
Security agents are calling for calm, assuring that the perpetrators will be arrested and brought to book. As at the time of our visit to the scene, the atmosphere was calm, while residents at the staff quarters gathered in groups discussing the overnight attack by marauders.
So thank you for that report. Today on the program, we have as my guest the Divisional Police Officer Mpape. He is Chief Superintendent of Police Salihu Adamu. You're welcome to our studios on Call the Police today.
Welcome.
So let's start this way. How is Mpape this morning?
Well, Mpape as usual is absolutely relatively calm, and the situation in Mpape so far so good. Mpape is an area that is cosmopolitan, which encompasses came from different backgrounds. So this is what I can say about Pape so good.
Okay, there was something that happened. Is that a leadership tussle in Pape? So what really happened that led to the death of one person?
Yes, actually, in Pape, there's a problem between the two families. Then eventually, one person by name Sadiq, when there was a heated argument, decided to stab one person with a knife.
Okay.
Then which prompted the entire situation. As soon as it happened, I led my men there, pick the victim to the hospital, where at the end of the day, he died, which prompted the entire situation. But with the support of the FCT Commissioner of Police, with adequate deployments, we're able to curtail the situation. So far, so good. The area has come. The boy arrested and now charged with transfer to CID for further investigation.
Okay, with all this happening some weeks back, now how are residents, going on after this incident?
Well, the situation is a family issue.
Okay.
It didn't involve the entire community. So based on our intervention, so far so good. As I've earlier told you, the atmosphere so far so good now is calm, because the boy in question was arrested and transferred to State CID for further investigation.
Okay. So people complain, like from the report we just watched, people have been complaining. The report we will be watching, okay, stand by, hold on, we will have a report. We will be taking a background report on Mpape. Stand by.
Mpape is one of the suburbs within Abuja, which is also densely populated. Residents here complain of just a handful of security challenges, like handbag snatching, phone snatching late at night and very early in the mornings, with flashpoints like Bega Quarry Road, Ajagunle Street and Panteka area.
We need tools. We need tools to be given to them. Like if they give them out, let's say 2 or 3 healers.
Few weeks ago, Mpape community witnessed a form of leadership tussle which led to the death of one person.
When the elders come in, they wait for chief. So when they called the chief was about coming into the palace. Before he even seated, when they stand up to greet him, no culture now. When chief enter palace, they will stand, all of them will stand up. So at that moment, the other boy that they slap his mother rushed to slap that person that slapped his mother. Slap the father of the person that slapped his mother. Just from there, these people, this family now started beating chief. Unknowingly, they don't even know what is going on. They start beating him. To the extent they even set his palace on fire.
Aside this challenge, residents say the community is calm and peaceful. They call on security operatives to improve police visibility. Ayena J. Outa, NTA News.
For that background report, now we still have the DPO Mpape here in the studio, and you have watched the background reports concerning your community. What do you have to say about that?
The issue of
the security situation in Mpape currently.
The security situation in Mpape as of now, as far as I'm concerned, is calm, because police were trying their best with the support of community, vigilante, stakeholders,
okay,
and other associations.
Okay.
We try to circulate our numbers, and they are responding, giving us prompt information of any happening within the community. So far, so good. Mpape, to a certain extent, crime in Mpape is curtailed.
Okay, but yet, some residents spoken to yesterday complained about a handful of security challenges, like handbag snatching, phone snatching at night. And they complained that the police are not always there at night when all these things happen.
No, they are not fair to the police.
Okay.
Honestly speaking, the police are trying their best, and that area issue of
especially at Ajegunle.
Ajegunle.
Yes. And then Bega by Quarry.
As I'm thinking right now, most of those people that access can testify that through the effort of the police and community efforts, most of those people that were arrested were charged to court.
Okay, now the question is, when you charge these suspects, you arrest them, right?
Arrest them.
And then you charge them to court afterwards. What happens? Because there are reports that these people come back again to the same community, especially Bega by Quarry, to perpetrate the same crime.
But in as far as I'm concerned, those that were arrested by my men were charged to court. So I think the court were in a better position to explain that.
No, but in the, the police, don't you follow up to find out what happens to the suspect after they've been charged to court and sentenced? Don't you follow up to find out what happens?
Honestly speaking, I don't know, but so far so good. To my understanding, those that were charged to court, I think were sentenced to prison.
Okay, now what is the current situation at Bega Quarry? Because we have issues there.
The current situation in Bega Quarry, in as far as I'm concerned, is a volatile area, and it's an area that encompasses people from different perspectives, the hotels and the clubs and what have you. But with our police effort, my surveillance men on patrol, and the effort of vigilante, I think the crime rate in that axis is curtailed.
So how do you involve members of your community in this work? How do you do it? Members
of the community were involved in the sense that at least every month, either twice, I have meeting with them, give them my numbers, and they respond. If there's any challenges, most of the arrests made by that area, to a certain extent, were prompted by the community through partnership and participation. They give us information. At times they arrest by themselves. Then they inform the police to come and pick them.
Okay. So do you have a number like your security or emergency numbers in case of any challenge for Mpape residents, in case we have residents, of course, watching us now? So if do you have a number at hand that they could call you through?
Most of the people of Mpape, to a certain extent, have my numbers.
Okay. Can you say it on set now?
080 33 99 77 82 070 44 44 4609.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, DPO Mpape. So, yesterday, a couple of residents were abducted from the University of Abuja staff quarters in Giri. So, we want to know what the situation is now. We'll be hooking up to the PPRO FCT Police Command to give us details of that. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, PPRO. You're on to call the police live. Hello, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good morning. You're on to call the police live. I said yesterday a couple of residents were abducted from the University of Abuja staff quarters in Giri. What is the situation report right now?
Well, as you all know, the ugly incident happened yesterday.
Okay.
And the command, in synergy with other security agencies, we are working to ensure, we are working together to ensure the safe return of the victims and reunite. We are doing all that we can to reunite them with their families.
Okay.
The police is out there looking for these evil people.
Okay.
So all I can say right now, I don't want to give much details.
Okay.
But I can assure you that all hands are on deck. We are trying to rescue the victims.
Okay, the IGP ordered a beef up of security in and around the FCT. So how is your command implementing this?
Yes, the command, aside the increase on presence of the police around FCT, the police is also in synergy with other security agencies, like I said earlier. And the security, if you go out there, you will see that the security has been beefed around FCT and vulnerable places within the federal capital.
Thank you very much, PPRO, that the victims are back. What's your take on that?
Well, as of this moment that I'm talking to you, I'm not aware of that rumor.
Okay.
Yes, there's no such things for now, but we are doing all we can.
All right. Thank you very much, PPRO, for calling on the program, for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, now, DPO, in the face of this development, what civic protective measures would you advise residents to undertake to guard themselves, falling easy prey to these unknown public enemies?
Well, to me, first and foremost, the people should try to be courageous. They should try to make sure they are prompt in information dissemination. And they should try as much as possible and make sure that they are watchful, either in their movements or those that parade within their environment.
Thank you. We have a caller. Hello?
Hello.
Good morning. You're on to Call the Police Live.
Yes.
What's your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Turkey.
Okay.
Yeah.
So speak up.
Yeah, I'm watching the police, something that they are doing in the television.
All right.
Okay. In fact, to me, in my own advice, or my own suggestion, the DPO of Pape there, in fact, is not capable to hold that place. I'm advising people to look for the person that can be able to hold the place very well. Okay. Because even his explanation that he is planning here is not something that somebody can, offer something that yes, this is the person that can hold that position.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That will be handled by the FCT Police Command. So now, what we have another call. Hello?
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. You're on to Call the Police Live. You have lost that call. Please try to call back. So, DPO, we were still talking about how people will protect themselves, owing to what has happened recently in the FCT, in Giri University of the abduction.
Exactly.
So,
that question was supposed to go to PPR because
okay.
Giri is
Sorry, excuse me, we have a call. Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning. You're on to Call the Police Live.
Good morning.
What's your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm James calling from Karime.
You are who?
James from Karime.
Okay. So.
Good morning, DPO Salim.
Yeah. Good morning.
My own is a kind of question.
Okay.
Over the years,
Please speak up. We can't hear you well. Louder, please.
Okay. Over the years,
yeah,
we have seen police in the Western country being so proactive before crimes, or even within the confines of the crimes, with their prompt intervention.
Yes.
They always seem to forestall orderliness and sometimes a kind of cut short further damage that would have been done by such crimes. But I wonder why, or is it that the training given to those police, our Nigerian police counterparts overseas, whether their training is different from that one, the one given to our own police here in Nigeria? Or is it that the equipment within the confines of police does not kind of give them that the more experienced work like this, their counterparts overseas? That's one. And another
okay. No, hold on. Sorry. Excuse me. In what aspect are you talking about now? What area as it pertains the FCT now?
happened
in University of Abuja staff quarters, the abduction.
Staff quarters, Green. And from information we gathered and from what I heard
Okay.
in the news, they say the crime, the abductees operated close to an hour.
Okay.
Yes, and I believe that in Nigeria there are some police that do night shift. Not only them, and there are other ones that do night patrols.
Okay.
Within
So
this
you expected,
1 hour period,
okay.
I think it would have been enough for somebody to put a cross.
All right.
The police officers close to that particular area. But something drastic would have been done in order, if not to prevent them, or maybe be on top of the situation, instead of always being proactive.
All right,
Before
all right.
things happen, we always come after damage has been done.
Yeah, thank you.
And secondly, because no, you took me back. Secondly, that
Okay.
in Nigeria, because of the nature of incessant insecurity,
Yeah.
is it advisable as individuals in your homes you have some sort of protective gadget in order to protect yourself? Because the security of every Nigerian is the responsibility of every citizen.
Yeah.
So, in as much as the law has not permitted individuals to carry firearms and light weapons,
Yeah.
but is there anything, any kind of subordinate inside the law that permits one to have some sort of kind of personal something in order to protect
himself? Thank
before
you.
the police will come to his or her rescue?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, thank you for calling. Now, you've heard it. So, he's saying, is the training abroad different from the training the police receive here in Nigeria? And then the second question is, how else do residents protect themselves, since we are not permitted to pick up weapons
But
in defense?
the issue of training, in as far as I'm concerned, training is training, and you have to look at the environment. And by and large, Nigerian police, so far so good, have been trying. They are trying their best, and they have been doing. So the issue of protection, so based on what is happening on ground, I think instead of blaming the Nigerian police force, you try as much as possible to acknowledge and appreciate what they have been doing. They have been doing their best in terms of protection.
Okay.
And the issue of people protecting themselves, there's a lot of mechanisms. Through prompt information.
That's like security tips for residents now. How do we protect ourselves?
Protection, I think one, prompt information dissemination. Secondly, they should try and synergize with the security personnel through community formations, through vigilante and what have you. And people should try to be courageous. Anytime there's an attack, most of these attacks, those are coming without arms.
Okay.
That courage should be there on the part of the resident and what have you. I think by putting that in place, it can assist to a certain extent in containing all these type of things.
Okay. So thank you very much, DPO Mpape, for coming on Call the Police today. And this is the size of our package. Do remember, as always, that collective support to security agencies with credible and timely intelligence information will go a long way in ensuring our national security. Until we come your way again, same time, same station, next week, I remain yours, Ayina J. Auta, saying good morning.